Welcome to today's deep stretch yoga. My name is Nikki. For those who don't know me, today I do recommend a block or maybe a hardcover book. We will finish in fish and you may want it for a little extra support earlier on, but you can just leave that off to the side, but somewhere nice and handy. And we're going to start in Shavasana. Hopefully you've had a few prep minutes. If you're watching the recording, you may want to just have a little pause. Take a few deep breaths here to relax. As this is only a 30-minute class, we're gonna get right into it. So when you're ready, you're gonna inhale both knees into your chest and just do a little rocking side to side. Just rock here. Opening up the legs maybe a little wider. Using the hands now to pull open one leg to the side so you get just a little mini inner thigh stretch. I'm going to bring the knees together, bring the rocking to a finish. As I take my next inhale, I'm going to pull my forehead up to my knees, cross my ankles, keep the chin tucked. I'm just going to start doing some rocking and rolling here, massaging out the spine without rolling onto the neck. Try to bring yourself upright, giving me 2 more rolls. When you get to the top, we're going to come up to a nice standing position. However is comfortable for you. We are starting at standing. You can face the top of the mat. I'm just going to face you, so it's easier to see what I'm doing. We take a nice big inhale up. Clasp the fingers, but release the index. Relax the shoulders. Nice big inhale, look up to the sky. As you exhale, pull the hands over to the right side, hips to the left. Nice big inhale here, stay here. Exhale, melt a little deeper. Good, inhaling up through center. Exhaling towards the left, hips to the right. One more big breath here. Melting on that exhale. Good, inhale, come up. Exhale, swan dive forward, folding right in half. Nice forward fold here. It's okay to keep the knees a little soft. This is our first hamstring work here. But you may want to grab opposite arm with opposite hand with opposite elbow for a nice little ragdoll to add a little rocking here. Stretch out that lower back. Start working on straightening those legs. Letting yourself melt deeper and deeper on those exhales. Letting the head go. Then we're going to come to stillness, release the arms, give me a nice big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Again, you can soften the knees. I'm going to clasp my hands and just place them at the base of my skull, letting the thumbs release, coming onto either side of my neck. And you can stay here, letting the weight of the arms stretch you a little deeper, or maybe you're going to give yourself a little neck massage. Feel nice. Start straightening the legs a little bit more. One more big breath here. I'm going to release your hands as you inhale, halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, plant the hands on the ground. You're going to bend your knees. I'm going to step the left leg back nice and deep. Scissor open the hips and drop the back knee. If you want to cushion that back knee, you can always fold over your mat or use the towel. I'm going to walk my right foot mat width apart here into my nice lizard pose. But we can stay up here. If you've got your block, you can go down a little farther, but we're just starting out, so you're not going to be your loosest. So just be where you can keep a nice long spine. Sinking those hips down as you exhale. That's it. One more big breath here. I'm going to walk my left hand in just a little bit, making sure it's underneath my shoulder. And I'm going to take my right foot and turn it out at 45 degrees. I'm going to bring my right hand to the inside of that right leg. As I push the leg away from, I'm going to rotate on the outside edge of that right foot, straighten the arms. So my torso and head is going to the left. My knee is going to the right, opening up a bit more in this hip. Relaxing the shoulder. If you can't quite straighten the arm, that's okay. looking up on a nice little angle here, sinking those hips down, making sure there's no knee pain anywhere. One more big breath here. Bring that right knee back to center, plant both hands on the ground underneath my shoulder. I'm going to bring my right knee back, coming into a nice low plank here. Give me a nice big inhale here. And exhale, we're all going to lower through chaturanga to the ground. Inhaling, just lift baby cobra, chin and chest. Exhaling, coming down. Inhaling, pressing through tabletop. You're going to curl the toes under. Exhale through down dog. Good. I'm just going to switch so you can, again, see me a little bit better. One more big breath here. And then I'm going to walk my feet towards my hands. So I come into a nice forward fold here. Just give me a nice big deep breath here. As you take your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhaling, folding forward, soften the knees as we inhale. Come to rise, palms come together. Clasping the fingers, don't release them. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, a little crescent. Bring the arms behind your head, looking up. Core is tight, lifting the chest. Good. Exhaling, coming all the way through to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, sink it down. Exhale, fold forward. This time, let's step the right leg back. So the left foot is forward into a nice lunge position, opening up the hips and dropping that right knee. I'm going to walk my left foot to the outside edge of my mat for a nice lizard pose. Sinking those hips down. That's it. Finding length in the spine. Again, you can use your block if you need a little assistance to get to those elbows, but stay up, opening up the hips. Maybe just walk the hands a little farther forward if you want to go just a little deeper. You don't have to be in our deepest variation here. The nice, relaxing lizard. Exhaling as you melt into the pelvis and hips. Last breath like this. Walk my hands back in, making sure the right hand is below my shoulder. Take the left toes, trim out on 45 degrees. Left hand to left thigh. As I push the leg away, rotating on that left leg, straightening the arm, letting the torso jet out to the right. Getting a little deeper in that hip. Making sure you roll onto the outside edge of that foot. The sole of your foot should be off the ground here. That's it. Lengthen here in the spine as you inhale. Maybe pressing that arm a little farther away from you as you exhale. Letting all the muscles in your pelvis and hip release. Last breath. Good. Bringing the leg back through to center. I'm going to plant the left hand, step the left knee back. We're just going to modify our flow here. Nice big inhale and plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting a little baby cobra or even full cobra. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale, press through tabletop. Curling the toes as we exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk out our dog here, really getting into those calf muscles. Letting them release. Pedaling it out. And alternating, pressing one heel nice and deep to the ground as you lift the other. Good. This time I'm going to bend my knees. You can hop or step your feet to your hands. It's up to you. As we inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palm to rise. Palms come together. Exhaling through heart center. And release. We're going to do a nice standing camel. So I'm going to take my hands behind me, kind of putting them right in my imaginary back pocket. So a little bit in the lower back, upper glute. I'm going to Pinch those shoulder blades together, trying to pull the elbows together. I'm going to soften my knees as I inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, push the hips forward, lifting the chest and gaze to the sky. Keeping the shoulder blades pinched so you feel this across the chest. Just a little mini back bend here. Just one more big deep breath. Inhale, coming back up to standing. Release the arms. Give the shoulders a nice big shrug up. And then exhale, release them. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten those legs, flat the back. Exhale, lower it down halfway, or forward fold. I'm gonna bend my knees as I step the left leg back to a nice lunge position. So staying in this lunge, you can always drop the back knee if you really want here. The inhale, coming up to a nice strong lunge, warrior one arms. Hopefully, if you want, your block is handy. Sink it down, sink it down. Good, I'm gonna pivot the back foot 45 degrees. Just stay here in a nice little warrior one. Hips should stay forward. Keep lunging, making sure we're pressing to the outside edge of that left foot. One more big breath here. Good, let's straighten the front leg. Bring the hands behind us, grabbing either opposite arm, opposite elbow, or reverse prayer. Nice big inhale here. Exhaling, folding over into pyramid. Goal here is to keep the front leg straight and the spine straight. This is a deep, deep hamstring stretch. Core is tight, supporting the spine, especially in reverse prayer. Nice little shoulder opener. One more big breath. Release the hands, fold forward onto the legs. This is where, if you want to use your block, you need a little help, or your book, you can. Keeping that leg nice and straight. Bring the knee towards, or the head towards the knee. Keeping that leg straight. This is where we really want to focus on that nice stretch. If you can, inhale, halfway lift, flatten out the back. Just kind of like a little modified revolved pyramid. So you can stay here if you want. Again, you can. I find having the block for that support on that left hand is really nice. If you want, you can bring the right hand to the right hip. We can bring that right hand up to the sky so we can really revolve that triangle. So you choose. You do not have to take this option. Remember, everything is your choice, your body's choice. Tucking that right hip back in line with the knee and ankle. Just one more big breath here. Good, bringing the right hand down, bend into that right leg. Lift the left heel, step it back into plank. You can modify here. We've done a bunch of them. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhaling, lifting up, dog or cobra. Exhaling into that downward dog. Just find a nice long down dog here, lifting the hips to the sky as you pull the heels down. Maybe engaging those quads. Help release the hamstrings. The gentle practice to your choice today. Keeping the arms nice and strong. One more big breath. Bend the knees. We're going to hop or step our feet to our hands. Nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Soften the knees as we inhale. Come to rise. Palms come together. Exhale through heart center. And release. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhaling, folding over. This is where you may want your block again. If you can't reach the ground, you can put your block at any height in the middle with your feet in front of you. I'm going to place my left palm on the block as I sweep the right arm up towards the right side. Nice little twist and a fan. Bending deep into that left knee if you like, but keep the right leg straight. Gaze comes to those right fingertips. Relaxing the shoulders, don't let them shrug up. Just letting yourself fan out here. One more big breath. And bring the right hand to meet the left hand, just a little forward fold. Give me a nice big inhale as you halfway lift. Exhaling, folding over, maybe a little deeper. This time the right hand comes to the middle of your block or your mat. To inhale, sweep the left arm up to the side. That's it, looking up. It's okay if you don't twist as deep. This time the right knee can bend that left leg straight. Looking up to those fingertips, if you can. Or just twist a little bit, however your neck is comfortable. One more big breath here. I'm gonna untwist, knowing that we need that block still. You can keep it handy, release into a nice forward fold. Inhale, half of it. Exhale, plant the hand and step the right leg back this time. Nice long lunge position. Again, you can drop the knee if you really need to, just for this lunge. So as we're gonna open the hips as you inhale, come to rise, palms come together. Nice little warrior one. I mean, this is our lunge. We will go into warrior one in a second. Just keep in mind, if your knee is down, you'll have to lift it when we go into warrior one. This is a gentle class. This is a good little hip flexor stretch, so really straighten out that back leg. Think a little deeper. One more big breath. Good. I'm going to pivot the back foot 45 degrees so I can come into my warrior one. Making sure the hips are squared off, relaxing the shoulders. That back leg is straight and strong. That's what I call a standing gentle practice today. Take it nice and easy, but still work on those standing poses. Squaring off the chest to the front. One more big breath here. Good, let's straighten the front leg. Pyramid, so hands come behind your back, grabbing opposite arm, opposite elbow, or into reverse prayer as we inhale to lengthen. Exhaling, folding over into a nice long pyramid here. Left leg is straight, spine is straight. If you find you're rounding it, I'll stick that chest forward, pinch the shoulder blades together. The reverse prayer does kind of force you a little bit more versus just clasping your hands. So focus on that length. We want to really, really be targeting that hamstring here. Maybe melt a little deeper as you exhale. One last breath. Good. I'm going to release my hands by my side, or if you can fold over or reach towards a block. So we're in that modified kind of triangle pose, revolved triangle. This is my less flexible side, so I will use a block here. So don't be worried if one side's not as deep as the other. You need a prop for one side or the not. It's okay. Letting the head come to the knee, letting yourself relax and melt. Make sure that right hip is tucked in line with the knee and ankle instead of jutting out to the side. All right, you can stay here. If you want to revolve, you can lengthen out the spine and bring the hand to the hip, or you can bring the left arm up and over, twisting to the left, bringing the gaze up to the left. That's it. Good. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. 2 breaths, guys. You've got this. Last one. Good. Untwist yourself, bend to the left knee. I'm keeping my block still close and handy, lifting the right leg, stepping it back to plank. Remember, you can modify. Inhaling here. Exhaling, lowering down through chaturanga. You can inhale up dog or baby cobra. Inhale, come down. Pushing up either through tabletop or down dog, guys. And then everybody's finishing in down dog. Just 2 more breaths here, guys. Last one. Good, I'm gonna drop to my knees, bring the mat with the part, big toes together as I exhale, sinking into child. So have your block or book handy, somewhere that you can grab close by. If you don't have anything, don't worry, I've got a modification for you. So just let your body melt here into this nice, relaxed pose, a little bit opening the hips, a little bit of a spine release. One more breath, just like this. Now I'm just going to look up, grab my blocker book, and I'm going to place it long ways between my hands. If you don't have that, you can just bring your hands to prayer. I'm going to drop my forehead back to the ground. Exhale, pressing my armpits to the sky. As I inhale, lift the block up and bring it to the back of your neck. I'm pushing my hands into the blocker book. Otherwise, you're just pushing your hands into that prayer position as we melt and sink those armpits down to the ground. Now, if you don't have anything to use as a prop, you're just going to do this 2 more times. One more big breath here. And then releasing the block back down. And inhale, lift up. So I'm going to start on my left side because that's what's facing you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the block under my left elbow. I'm going to bring the pins back to prayer and back to the back of my neck. So we all have our hands in prayer. You don't have a prop, you're just doing what you just did before. The rest of us have an elevated arm. Like I said, I started on my left. You're just pushing down. You can even release that left hand to the ground or to the back, and you can bring the right arm into a full length Cactus Pose. If you want to go a little deeper, but this is just an option. So I'm really pressing into that left elbow, just feeling a nice stretch in the triceps, the lats underneath that armpit area. One more big breath here. Get both hands down, lifting up, and I'm just going to switch my block, switch my prop, start my hands back in child's pose, and I'm going to drop my forehead and bring the hands back to prayer and then back to the back of my neck. So I'm pressing in to that right elbow, this time opposite side. Again, feeling underneath the armpit, the triceps, the lats. You've also got the option to bring the right palm to the back and left arm back out into a regular child's pose. So you can really focus as you lift the left elbow by pressing the right arm into the block or book. Just one more breath here. Good. Releasing the hands. You can move the block. Inhaling up to a nice tabletop position. I'm going to walk my elbows underneath my shoulders. And you want to make sure your hips are not moving forward or back. We're going to do a little puppy pose, which will basically be a deeper stretch of what we just did. So I'm going to bring my forehead to the mat as I slide my arms out nice and straight. And I'm, again, sinking my chest, sinking my armpits to the sky. If you want to go deeper, you can bring your chin to the mat instead of just that forehead. Making sure our hips are still over our knees. So we're really focusing on this little back arch. Melting on those exhales, guys. Pressing the palms into the mat. Feeling an opening across the chest. One more big breath here. You got your chin on the ground. Bring the forehead back to the mat so you can slide your hands back underneath your shoulders and pressing up into a nice little Tabletop pose. We're gonna thread the needle here and then finish off on our fish. So I'm gonna make sure my left hand, sorry, let's sink the hips back down like we're going to child's pose, but leave the head up. I'm gonna flip the right palm facing the sky. I'm gonna thread that right hand underneath that left armpit. So I'm reaching it as far away as I can. So I drop the right ear and the right shoulder to the mat. Left hand can walk out just a little bit as we really press down, putting our weight down through that right shoulder. If you want, you can also bring that left palm a little closer towards you and press into it, trying to twist a little deeper. If you want to put more pressure, that's just an option. I'm choosing to keep my left arm extended. That's enough stretch for me today. Good, just one more big deep breath here. Where we are, bring your left hand out, straightening it out so I can press into the left palm, untwist, bring the right hand back to meet the left. This time, flip the left palm, face it up. I'm going to thread it underneath that right armpit, reaching it as far away as I can. Then I'm going to drop the left ear, left shoulder to the mat, reaching the right hand out. Again, pressing and putting a lot of weight into that left shoulder. You can also go deeper by bringing that right hand in under your shoulder and trying to press and twist yourself a little deeper, but you don't have to. Exhaling, melting here. Enjoying this nice deep shoulder stretch. Last little breath here. Good. You're going to straighten out that right arm wherever it is. You're going to lift the left arm up and bring it back. We're going to do a modified flow here, but feel free to do a full flow. So let's inhale, coming into modified plank, drop the hips. Exhale, lower down through the ground, chaturanga. Inhale, just lift up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale through tabletop. Exhale, curl the toes under, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Your last down dog, then we get to finish off in a nice juicy fish. Last breath. Good, let's drop to our knees. We're gonna flip over onto our backside. So, I'm gonna show you if you don't have a block what you're gonna do. You're just gonna lie down and you're gonna kind of roll a little bit so your gaze is up, and you're gonna pinch your shoulder blades together and lift through the heart. So you just have this little gap, but you're being supported by your head and your forearms. If you have the block, you're gonna wanna place it so it's in between your shoulder blades. You just place it on the ground, you may have to adjust. You're gonna come onto your forearms as you slowly let your body lower down, letting your gaze come down. You're gonna come even more onto the top of your head. Your hands can be by your side, or if you wanna go deeper, they can be in this nice cactus pose. Making sure you're not shrugging up the shoulders. This cactus is great for the pecs, great for your posture. We're actually gonna finish here. So no final shavasana. So if at any point you want to come out of this pose and get yourself just into a final shavasana, you may do so. Knowing that you can make any variation change that you need to, whether your arms are up or pressing into your side. Maybe bending the knees so the feet are on the ground. It is up to you. Just a few more big deep breaths here. Last big deep breath, guys. fish variation you're taking. You're gonna bring your forearms by your side. You're gonna inhale, lift your head, tuck your chin. You're gonna sit yourself up. I'm gonna face you, but you can face the top of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall. You can always be on your knees if you like. We're all gonna bring our hands to prayer position with our eyes closed or downcasted. Relaxing the shoulders. Give me your last few big, deep, slow breaths here. Exhale, really let it go. Maybe sighing it out on this next exhale. Nice big. One last one. Letting your breath return to normal pace. Thanking yourself for getting some nice deep stretches in where you work those hamstrings, a little bit of the hips and shoulders today. Enjoying the mental and physical relaxation that this practice brings. Hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for sharing this practice with me and your fellow yogis. It's always nice to have some extra energy in the room. From the light of me to the light of you. Namaste. So move a little slowly. I know it was only 30 minutes. If you want to finish up with a little Shavasana, you can do so. Otherwise, have a great and wonderful day.